All right, we are back and we are live. And I am here with Silva of Dazzle Dry. She's going to be teaching us today how to perfect our at-home manicure. I am going to turn it over to her in one moment. And then just so you know, we're sure you're going to have questions. She will also be hosting a Q&A after she goes through her tutorial with you. So you can find her and have some one-on-one time when she's finished here. So Silva, welcome. And
Thank you so
leave it to you.
Awesome. It's just me and you guys. We've got this. Good morning, everybody. I'm so honored and so excited to be here this morning. Welcome to the SoCal Wellness Summit. It is truly a privilege to be here with you. We're so grateful to be here, and we're going to have a little fun today, and I'm going to give you really great, solid tips and tricks on how to get a beautiful, healthy, long-lasting manicure at home. Particularly now, you guys, with people not quite being sure about the salon landscape, whether or not you want to go back to the salon or not, I'm going to give you the option and the tools to be able to give yourself a beautiful, beautiful manicure at home. My name is Silva Nahabedian. I'm the Director of Education for Dazzle Dry. You are finding me in my home right now, in my guest room. And doesn't everybody have a polished wall behind them in their guest room? So I've got 150 colors behind me. I'm going to tell you all about Dazzle Dry, what it is, why it works, how it works. So I am the official director of education for Dazzle Dry. And just to plug in our Instagram handles really quick so that afterwards, if anybody has any questions, they can reach out directly to myself. It's Silva _ Nahabedian. You see my name on the screen, just put an underscore there and you can find me on Instagram. And then Dazzle _ Dry for our official Dazzle Dry channel. And why are we doing this today? You guys, I don't know about you, but for me personally, there's just certain things about self-grooming, self-love, self-care that just elevate your mood 10 notches. By the way, I just listened in on the panel discussion about supplements, and it was fantastic. If you haven't seen that, please make sure to go back and watch it because they were awesome and delivered a lot of information on how to feel good from the inside. I'm going to tell you guys how to feel good from the outside. So for me, when my nails are done, my toes are done, and my eyebrows are done, that for me just elevates my mood 10 notches, and I feel more presentable. I feel more confident. I feel I can show up as my best and highest self. I'm wearing a very, very poofy top that's not really showing up very well on camera today. So yeah, when everything is put together, you just feel so much better about yourself, right? And so that's what I'm going to help walk you through, just to help elevate your mood and your confidence and give yourself some self-love. And just a little bit about me. I'm a natural nail care specialist. I am a manicurist through and through, and I've had a really, really fantastic career, both as a private studio owner here in Scottsdale, Arizona, as well as in Los Angeles. During my stint in Los Angeles, I had a super wild ride. I was a celebrity manicurist where I got to do nails for photo shoots, commercial sets, movie sets, celebrity house calls, red carpet events. Like I was the it girl nobody could get an appointment with. And it was an exciting time in my career. And I got voted best manicurist in Los Angeles by Allure magazine. So I'm sharing all of this just to give you a little bit of credibility about my journey throughout my career. And all of my years of experience led me to where I'm at today, which is I'm a licensed instructor. I impart wisdom to other manicurists, teach them how to do nails properly. And my journey has led me to be the director of education for Dazzle Dry. And for those of you that don't know what Dazzle Dry is, I'm going to enlighten you. And by the way, I'm giving you guys so much information in this short period of time, and I have notes to keep me on schedule so that I don't skip a beat or shortchange any information for you. So Dazzle Dry is a healthy, natural nail lacquer system. It is a healthy alternative to gel, and many of us have worn gels and taken them off. and you've seen the damage that it does to your natural nails, right? So Dazzle Dry is a healthy alternative to that, that is vegan, hypoallergenic, non-toxic, non-yellowing. It's a treatment for your nails. The more consecutively use it, stronger, longer, healthier the nails become. But most importantly, Dazzle Dry air dries in 5 minutes. Okay, totally air dries, no UV, no fans, no blowing, no flapping, nothing. It just air dries in 5 minutes. And this is a 6-day manicure, and it still looks fabulous. It lasts 7 to 14 days on the hands, a month or more on the toes. So that's Dazzle Dry in a nutshell. Okay. And so now we're going to go through step by step on how to do a manicure at home. And I have a list of supplies that you will need. Feel free to message me and I will send you that list so that you have everything that you need when you're giving yourself an at-home manicure. First and foremost, you see how I have polish on? I actually recommend filing your nails with polish still on. The reason why is because with the polish still on, it gives you that ability to see exactly the kind of shape the nail is taking. Where when you don't have polish on and you just have that translucent free edge, you don't always shape it as well. So this is just a little pro hack. File with your polish still on, okay? And so there's some misconceptions around filing. Sometimes people will say, don't saw back and forth. That's so bad for your nail. That's actually not true. It all depends on your nail file. If your nail file is gentle and mild and created for natural nails, have at it, sister. Saw back and forth, okay? You can go side to center, side to center. You can do one felt swoop, or you can saw back and forth to reduce length, okay? By the way, just another pro tip with Dazzle Dry, when you file your nails with polish on, it doesn't chip. Where with other lacquers, if you file with polish on, it chips, okay? So you want to use something gentle. This is a 240, 140 grit. So the higher the grit, the softer the file. The lower the grit, the more aggressive. And those aggressive files are more for artificial enhancements and acrylics and things like that. If you have a crystal file, awesome. These crystal files are super gentle and they don't cause any sort of fraying. So you also want to file your nails while your nails are dry. In other words, you don't want to soak your nails and then file. Let's geek out for a second. When we soak our nails in water, which oftentimes we do in a manicure, right? Our nails expand. After they dry, they contract. When your nails are wet and they've soaked up all that water and they've expanded and you start filing your nails, you separate the layers of keratin, which is what our nails are made of. Okay. And then when you do that, it can lead to chipping and peeling. Your nails will actually peel. So always file your nails dry. Okay. Moving on to the next step is remove old polish. Now you're ready to remove your old lacquer. So we make a remover called Remove. How appropriate, right? So this is lemongrass and clove oil. It is acetone. This particular one is acetone, but it has glycerin and conditioners and oils in there that not only moisturize the nail, but it smells really good. So you want to, I'm not really taking off my polish right now. I'm just going to pretend. So we're going to pump, saturate your cotton round really well. A little trick to removing polish is hold your cotton round that's well saturated on the nail, okay? Let it sit for a second and then wiggle, 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 pull. When you move on to the next nail, rotate your pad so that you're constantly finding a clean pad. Because how many times have you taken polish off and let's say it's red and it's bleeding down your elbows, right? So we want to make sure that we're rotating the pad so that you're constantly finding a clean spot. This is just a little trick on how to remove your nail polish. Once you have removed it all, we're ready to push back our cuticles. If you have a cuticle softener, you can use a cuticle softener by putting a teeny tiny bead on all 10 nails. Soak it in water, okay? Then for about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm sorry, I take that back, 1 to 3 minutes. Take your hands out, completely wipe off that cuticle remover using a towel. You just want to make sure you completely wipe off cuticle remover. And by the way, cuticle remover is optional. It's not something mandatory. And there's a few different ways you can push back your cuticles. For the at-home DIYer, I really do not recommend metal implements. What I do recommend is using something gentle like an orange wood stick, okay? And the way you want to push your cuticles back, you want to go side to center, side to center. And this should be so gentle, super gentle. Why? Let's geek out again. This back here is our nail root, also known as our matrix. If we push too hard, we can cause damage. You guys, a manicure should never hurt. And when I teach a master's course on cuticle care, I tell manicures, your client should never say, ow, that hurt. It should be so super gentle because otherwise we're causing damage to that matrix. So when you push your cuticles back, what you're doing is you're lifting up what's known as cuticle tissue. And common sense says if there's skin present on the nail, that lacquer is not going to adhere to it. So we're just gently trying to remove the skin off of the nail plate. So after you push, then what you're going to do, my darlings, you're going to lightly buff. This is a 240 grit buffer. It's very mild, it's very gentle, it's not aggressive. And so you're going to gently go side to center, then run your buffer across the free edge too, to smooth out that cuticle work you just performed. And so what happens when you buff is the buffer will slough off a lot of that cuticle tissue, okay? But if there's any tissue that's left that we refer to as cuticle that has not been sloughed off with the buffer, you can nip your cuticles. I say this with the utmost caution because this is where people can do some damage. These are nippers, okay? We've all seen them. Most of us own them. Most of us go a little too wild with them. So the only thing you want to nip, keep this in mind, anything that's loose, calloused, or sticking up. And that beautiful, healthy cord of skin that we often refer to as cuticle, let's see if I can show you this. That beautiful cord of skin, that's called our proximal nail fold. That is there for a reason. It is actually a protective barrier that prevents infection from entering our body. So we never want to cut that. And if you ever go to get a manicure and they just push, cut, ask them to be gentle and to not remove that proximal nail fold. Cuticle we can get rid of. That doesn't need to be there. It's that proximal nail fold that we don't want to cut. It's there for a purpose. Okay, there's an intention behind it. So after you give your nails a buff, now your nails are ready for moisture. So we make two phenomenal nailing cuticle oils. One is called Mend, one is called Maintain. Think of Maintain as your everyday conditioner. Think of Mend as your deep conditioning treatment. But this is something that should be within every inch of your life. Everywhere where you have a sink where you wash your hands, after you dry them, that's the next thing you want to do is use cuticle oil. But in your manicure process, you want to apply it after you have buffed. Why? Think about like when we exfoliate our face, then it's ready for serum. Then it's ready for all the wonderful moisturizers. Same is true of our nails. After we smooth out that first layer of naturally occurring shine and we buff the nails with our buffer, then it's ready for moisture. The way you're going to use oil, you guys, less is more with oil. You literally only need one drop of oil, and you can spread that one drop to all 5 nails. But there's a trick in applying cuticle oil. After you get it on the nail, don't just let it sit there. You want to take about 8 seconds and rub it in a circular motion. Why? Because this motion stimulates blood flow, which stimulates oxygen, which stimulates growth. So by doing this little motion to our nails every single day, a few times a day, will actually give you longer, stronger, healthier nails. Silva likes short nails. I've always been that strange manicurist that doesn't like any length on my nails, maybe because I work with my hands and I touch people and I don't want to scratch them. But I've always been in that habit of keeping my nails short. But if I let them grow, they get super healthy, super strong, and long. So after we have moisturized our nails, so now what we've done is we've filed the nails, we've taken the polish off. We have groomed our cuticles. We've given them a light buff. We've now moisturized them with some cuticle oil, okay? Now we're ready to moisturize our hands. You guys, people will always say, Silva, I use lotion all the time and my cuticles are still so dry. Cuticle oil, lotion is not designed to moisturize cuticles. Lotion is designed to moisturize our skin. Cuticle oil, nail and cuticle oil in particular, are designed to moisturize cuticles. The skin around our nails is very different than the skin anywhere else, which is why we have specific creams, right? We have eye creams, lip creams. You need specific moisturizers for your cuticles. So having said that, now you're ready for your lotion. This happens to be our Dazzle Dry Shea Butter Cream that's super, super moisturizing and chemically exfoliating because there's some urea in there. You want to give yourself some love. Just because you're doing your at-home manicure yourself, doesn't mean you shouldn't take that few extra seconds and give yourself that love, okay? Massage it into your hands, stimulate that blood flow and that circulation. Now we've done all this beautiful grooming on our fingers. We've moisturized our hands. Now we're ready for the polish application. And I'm going to hold this up to the camera and show you guys what the Dazzle Dry system looks like. So I've got nail prep, base coat, lacquer, top coat, and something called Revive. Sorry, I know this is not the most graceful way to show you because I'm not sitting down, I'm standing up, but it's got 5 components: nail prep, base coat, lacquer, top coat, Revive. These are our mini kits. I call this our gateway drug. This is your Dazzle Dry almost like sample, your taste test, your entry into the world of Dazzle Dry. It's got all the components in a mini trial size kit. So the way that you want to prepare your nails for polish, first and foremost, is after you have done all the grooming, you want to scrub your nails with just some soap, water, and a nail brush. And the idea is to really form a lather and remove all that oil and lotion. Because again, guys, common sense says if there's oil and lotion present on the nail, nothing is going to adhere, right? So we want to make sure we quite literally wash off all that goodness. With our products in particularly, it penetrates, it's bioavailable, so it actually penetrates into the nail, and anything left on the surface is just surface oil, and you can just scrub it off so that we can get ready to polish, okay? Then you're ready for step number 1 in the system. This is your nail prep. So we have to cleanse the nail, right? By the way, all the steps in Dazzle Dry are numbered 1 through 4, so it takes all the guesswork out of it for you. Step number 1 is your nail prep. Cleanses, sanitizes, moisturizes, and it infuses the nails with these amazing nutrients: provitamin B5, calcium, hydrolyzed wheat protein. The more consecutively you use Dazzle Dry exclusively, the healthier, stronger, longer the nails will become. I'm using these lint-free wipes, just gauze, little 2x2 gauze, and I'm going to saturate it really well with the nail prep, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to start scrubbing your nails. And when you're scrubbing, you want to really get into those side walls and make sure we're removing all that oil and lotion. When I move on to the next nail, watch what I'm going to do. Rotate my pad so that I'm constantly finding a clean piece of real estate on here. Remember, 1 pad per hand so that we're not transferring oil and lotion from one hand to the other. Make sense? Okay. Next is your base coat. Our base coat is simply magical. contains flexible rubbery polymers that allow your natural nail that expand and retract with your natural nail. Because remember what I said earlier, our nails are porous, they soak up water. When you're wearing a traditional polish and your nails soak up water and they swell, guess what happens to your polish? It develops micro fractures that lead to chipping and peeling. When you have on the Dazzle Dry system and the base coat, because it's flexible, it moves with your natural nail. Okay, so what we do is we do 2 coats of base coat, allowing each layer to dry matte. By the way, right before we got on this session, my base coat was cloudy. You must decloud it by putting it in a bowl with 1 inch of hot water until it's no longer cloudy and it looks crystal clear. Okay. There are intricacies to Dazzle Dry. It is not complicated at all, I promise. It's super easy, but there's a right and a wrong way to use it, and it's imperative that you follow the instructions it comes with. Then you're ready for your lacquer. You're going to shake it up. Remember I said we're vegan. We use mineral pigments and FDA-approved pigments only, no animal byproducts. So you want to give your polish a shake, and you're going to do 2 coats of the lacquer, allowing each layer to dry matte. Okay, this is one of the most imperative things in the Dazzle Dry system. Every layer has to dry matte before you put the next layer on top of it. Then you're ready for your top coat. The top coat is high gloss, non-yellowing, quick drying, just seals everything in and gives it that beautiful high gloss shine. And that is it. After you put your top coat on, 1 minute after top coat, it's smudge proof. 5 minutes later, completely dry. You guys, have you ever heard of that before? When I say Dazzle Dry is a game changer, it truly is a game changer. It really is the cleanest, the healthiest, and the most highest performing lacquer system on the market today. Your polish and your top coat will get thick because it's such a quick drying formula. So we make a thinner called Revive that will reconstitute the viscosity. So I know that was a lot of information in a short period of time, and there's way more where that came from. If you guys want to connect with me, and I can definitely help guide you on your Dazzle Dry journey. But what I do want to tell you is that you guys do get a discount. And I want to make sure I give you the right code. Just as a reminder, you can check out our blogs and journal under journal at dazzledry.com. And for all of you that are attending the summit this week, you get 20% off of all Dazzle Dry products. That's our gift to you. And simply by using the code SOCALSUMMIT20. And I'm going to spell it SOCALSUMMIT 20. It has been an absolute privilege and a joy to be here with you guys today, and I cannot wait to see all the other speakers and participate the rest of the next few days. Everybody have a great day, and thank you for joining.
Thank you very much. That was amazing. We appreciate your time and your energy today. And I just want to remind everyone that you are now going to be in our sessions area. We'll give you a couple minutes to get over there and get into your room, but people can find you there to follow up on this and get their questions answered.
You got it. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And everyone, I will be back again in about 2 minutes with Julie Taylor for a conversation about functional health and hormones. All right. See everybody soon. Bye. Bye.